Hello, my name is Olivier Prue, and this video is an accompaniment to a PDF titled Unity Custom Dialogue System. The purpose of this video will be to show the system in action, as well as dive into some of the code I wasn't able to show in the PDF. Here I have a simple scene with a clown in a room. If I approach him, my cursor will change to show that I can interact with him. When I interact with him, he will start talking. If I continue to click him, new dialogue is shown. Once I run out of dialogue and I click once more, it goes away and I'm free to move away from the clown. If I wish to re-engage, I can go up to him and click him again. The string from the dialogues is stored in a JSON file. The specific JSON file was clown dialogue. We can see that I store multiple variables here. The text that will be shown, the voice for when the audio is turned on, it'll change the sounds that are played, the delay, which is the delay of time between characters being shown, the volume, which will correlate with the voice, the volume of the sounds being generated, and the color of the text. On top of that, when you add special characters like these stars here, or the little squigglies here, it will add a shader to the text. In the scene, I have certain interactable objects that are invisible in play mode. These interactable objects have an interactable script on them. They inform the cursor what state to change to, and when clicked, trigger code. The interactable script itself is very bare bones and is made only to hold variables. The interaction manager is the script that triggers all the code. This is done using a raycast that checks whether or not an interactable object is being hit. If it is, we trigger the interaction, as well as change the sprite from the default cursor to a new cursor. One type of interaction is a dialogue interaction. And when a dialogue interaction starts, it is passed a JSON file. This JSON file is then set to be different variables in a dialogue class. In order to trigger dialogue, we use the triggerDialogue function. If the player is not currently engaged in an interaction, we're allowed to trigger new dialogue. The dialogue manager also continuously checks in the update method whether or not we're engaged. If we are and we click, we go to the next string, unless there are no more strings, in which case the dialogue goes away. When trying to display text, we send the text along with other variables into the text displayer. Before anything else in the scene, the text displayer starts by initializing some dictionaries and arrays. Then, a setup method is called. This setup method makes sure that each character will be correctly scaled with the pixel sizes of the scene. Then it creates a grid of cells. Each cell will contain a sprite. These sprites are empty for the moment because nothing will be being displayed, but once the text is called, we start displaying sprites in each cell. Update text is the method called when we want to show new text. It starts by clearing all previous text. Then we process the string. This entails adding the correct amount of spacing to the string so that no word is broken up over a line break. The text is then passed to the TextEffect method. This method removes all the special characters that were added to denote a text effect and assigns the correct material to the sprite that should be affected by the effects. Once the text returns, I check it to see if it's too long to be displayed. If it is, we don't display it. If it isn't, we set each sprite in an array to a correct letter or absence of a letter denouncing a space,